Here's a diagram of both the Brønsted-Lowry and Lewis theories with the same reaction, so you can see it in action. The acid and base reactions are a type of chemical reaction that involves the transfer of protons, H+ ions, from one substance to another. The H+ ions are referred to as protons because the H+ atom only has a proton and no electrons or neutrons. This will be referred to as a proton from here on out. There are two main theories that describe acid-base reactions: Brønsted-Lowry and Lewis. The Brønsted-Lowry says that the acid donates its proton to a base that accepts it. A good way to remember this is that the Brønsted concerns protons, BP, and in it, the acid donates AD, its proton, and the base accepts BA. The Lewis theory concerns electrons, LE, and an acid is the electron pair acceptor, AA, for acid accepts, while a base is an electron pair donor, BD. The added bonus of the Lewis theory is that it includes non-protonic reactions involving electron sharing. Also, if you can just remember BP for Brønsted protons by default, you can remember Lewis concerns electrons. Here's a diagram of both the Brønsted-Lowry and Lewis theories with the same reaction, so you can see it in action. The A stands for acid, the B stands for base, the H is the hydrogen proton, and the colon is the electron pair. In it, you can see the acid donating its proton while the base accepts it in the Brønsted-Lowry definition, while simultaneously the acid accepting electrons from the base's donation of them. In these acid and base reactions, there is always a conjugate acid and base. The easiest way to remember how to identify them is the original acid turns into the conjugate base, and the original base turns into the conjugate acid. The last topic to talk about in acid and base reactions is the concept of strong or weak acids and bases. The term strong here means completely ionized, forming an ion or charged particle. So if you put a strong acid or base in an aqueous water solution, it will completely ionize. This looks like this. The strong acid gives up all of its protons to form hydronium H3O+. Conversely, the strong base takes all protons from water, forming hydroxide OH-. The weak acid gives up some of its protons, forming hydronium H3O+, while the weak base takes some protons from water, forming hydroxide OH-. As a quick note, when an acid and a base reacts, the base neutralizes the acid and vice versa. So these types of reactions are called neutralization reactions. If you found value in this video, please like it and let people know about the channel because it really does help spread the knowledge. Based on what you learned, think about the following question. Classifying the following reactions as either a Brønsted-Lowry acid-base reaction or a Lewis acid-base reaction, as well as identify the acids and the bases. Number 1, HCl plus NH3 going to NH4 plus Cl minus. Number 2, BF3 plus NH3 going to BF3NH3. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time learning and bettering yourself. If you like the video and want to learn more, donate, or get tutoring, please check out my website, nocollegeneeded.org. You can use the code NCN for 20% off tutoring and any supplemental material.